What is up, everybody? It's Coaster Pete here, aka Peter from Club Coaster, coming back with another time-lapse here of Oak Point. That's right, Oak Point Part 5. Oak Point Part 5. So, in this time-lapse, we will be working on the very first coaster in the park, which is it'll be a B&M flying coaster. It'll be a flying coaster here. And also, we'll be working on the flying coaster layout. And so basically, this is actually a record-breaking flying coaster too as well. This is the world's tallest flying coaster, and also the first ever hyper flying coaster. First ever flying hyper coaster at 209 feet tall. The highest point is 209 feet tall. So yeah, it is considered as a flying hypercoaster. Yeah, definitely, because it's in the 200 foot range, the highest point is. So yeah, so basically, and also, it's also, I think it might be the fastest as well, at probably the fastest at 70, this maximum speed is 76 miles per hour. It is pretty fast, by the way. It's a good speed. It's a decent speed. 76 miles per hour. So definitely, let's talk about the inversions. So about the inversions it will have, well, it would actually be I worked on at least the coaster layout. This layout ended up with 7 inversions. Turned out to have 7 inversions. Yeah, 7 inversions. So yeah, I worked on so basically, I tried to stay away, to avoid the prefab elements, because I tried to avoid the prefab elements, and I tried to create custom elements, custom inversions. So yeah, well, the inversions here will kind of have I made up inversions such as an element such as well, did a lot of modifying of the layout too. So over here, instead of a 0G roll, instead of a straight up 0G roll, I actually did something which occurs on a few other flying coasters, which I did do a full I did do basically a 0G roll, and into instead of being a regular straight out 0G roll, instead I actually did something where I did from a 0G roll and into a lie to fly, a fly to lie element, or yeah, it's basically a lie to fly element, and into a vertical loop. And I kind of attempted to work in a flying coaster with a vertical loop. So yeah, definitely. I did something more the skyscraper over, and there's actually there's another flying coaster in real life that has a similar element just like this, like a 0G roll into a lie to fly, a fly to lie element, and into a vertical loop, which is the skyscraper over in China. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So also but before that element, I worked on something kind of similar to a rollover element, a rollover inversion, but instead it's more instead of a vertical loop into a rollover element, instead I did like a corkscrew into a rollover turn, then a corkscrew exiting the rollover. Like, that's what I did for the first elements, the first inversion. I mean, yeah, but except I kind of count it as two inversions because it, like, I designed the track to roll twice, including, like, somewhat more unique, but also, I kind of believe the loop is at least 145 feet tall, like the vertical loop, but, it's not the tallest loop in the world, but, like, I tried to attempt to make it, and over here, then I did a lie to fly element, exiting the vertical loop into a lie to fly element, to a lie to fly element, and then into a pretzel loop, and also, this is actually like a 125-foot pretzel loop, but, like a 125-foot pretzel loop, and, I did over here, did like a 125-foot pretzel loop, and, like, I try to make this coaster, like, this flying coaster to be one of the more intense flying coasters out there. I tried to make this one of the more intense flying coasters out there. Its maximum G-force is at least, like, is 6 Gs. 6 G, like, I mean, yeah, like, yeah, definitely. So, yeah, so it's quite intense. It's definitely, like, a more intense flying coaster. It's not all forceless. Like, there's some, like, elements are quite intense. Some segments on the ride that's quite intense, like, but, like, I believe that this pretzel loop, though, like, I tried to custom build a pretzel loop as well. Like, I attempted to custom build a pretzel loop, and, I know I'm still a noob at, like, creating custom inversions. That's including custom vertical loops and pretzel loops. But, I tried, like, somewhat tried, but, so yeah, definitely. Then, like the track then, also I did some kind of, try to do, like, first I worked on, like, this zero G, like, this, part line, this inline roll into, like, a turn, but then all of a sudden, like, I choose to do something more unique, like, something more different, like, which is common on other flying coasters, but, like, I did something more like, I basically did some kind of, like, a barrel roll finale, like a barrel roll finale, like some kind of, like, hardline inline roll finale, like, I did, like, a double inline roll, double barrel roll, like, before you hit the brakes. And yeah, so basically, the track length is, I know, like, even though it's only, like, even though it's only a minute and a half, even though the ride duration is only a minute and a half, it's still, like, this flying coaster, this B&M flying coaster, this layout is still, 4,100, like, 4,126 flight feet of track, but, it's kind of, like, it might be longer than Tatsu, but, maybe not the longest in the world, but, it's longer than Tatsu, though, like, even though Tatsu's, like, Tatsu's only, I think Tatsu's track length is only, like, 3,006 feet of track, but I'm not sure, like, so, like, I know, like, I still need to study my track length for roller coasters, but, I still need to study out my track length, but, it's like, out of my knowledge for roller coasters, like, I'm still struggling with, like, track length, especially that like to me it's hard to remember because like I still gotta study it a bit more. Yeah, like and also like it did get like Simon rate the ratings though did get great across the board. It did get great across the board. The excitement ratings got like a 7 point the excitement rating was in the 7 range and the fear rating was in the 5 range and the nausea was pretty low too. Yeah, definitely, but it's great across the board. The ratings are green across the board. Yeah, definitely. So basically, I actually kind of want to go for a name after a spirit or a ghost or something like that. So I'm trying to call this flying coaster. I kind of thought of naming this flying coaster the Great Spirits. That's right, the Great Spirits. So I kind of attempted to name this flying coaster the Great Spirits. So yeah, definitely, yeah. But it's also it's also a generic theme as well, but I know it's still a generic theme, but I just decided to name it the Great Spirit because especially you're it's a flying coaster as well, and yeah, especially the record-breaking flying coaster as well. This yeah, definitely. So so I'll just stay in this time lapse and enjoy the rest of the time lapse here. Oh yeah, no, never mind. Well, over here, basically, I worked on the station here, and I've only worked on the station and the transfer table in this time lapse, but I kind of think work on the queue line in the next time lapse or something like that. But yeah, so whoops, please hit the like button below, and please hit the like button below, smash the like button below if you want to see more, and subscribe for more. Thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.